Hey guys, good day to you all. My name is Brandon D. Giboni. I'm taking up Bachelor of Science in Electronics and Communication Engineering. And my partner is...
Lyndon Granel Abejero, presenting to you our research.
The efficacy of solar-powered light trap with battery in the rice field of Tungawan, Zamboanga, Sibugay. So, these are the contents that we will tackle today. Rationale of the study, statement of the problem, significance of the study, scope and limitation of the study, definition of terms, theoretical framework of the study, conceptual framework of the study, review of related literature, and research methodology. So, rationale of the study. Rice is the most common food consumed by people all over the world. If rice was not included in the meal, especially on the table of a Filipino family, their contentment would be incomplete. Rice is unquestionably a critical requirement for us. Rice is grown on a large scale in our country agricultural territory, particularly in Visayas and Mindanao. It is most typically grown on wetland. Most farmers plant rice as one of their agricultural products because when they have a rice crop, they can meet their family's basic needs as the primary source of food on a daily basis. But there is a common problem of the farmers as we talk to some people who work on the rice fields, and they said that there are times that they can achieve the high percentage of the harvest, but they need more capital for the pesticides in order to get rid of the pest. And it is also sucks up the mineral in palay or rice that would otherwise limit its growth, which means that if the harvest is low, then there is a low supply for rice, not just for the family, but the nation, especially Philippines, for it is one of the most important food of the Filipinos. Statement of the problem. Due to the effect of black bugs in the rice field of Tungawan, the pest attack rice plants in irrigated area at almost all stages of its growth. Plants suffer from stunting. Stunting is a reduction in the number of tillers and the development of whitehead as a result of their damage. Rice black bugs weaken plants and discourage them from developing in extreme cases. The pest growth is also aided by the rice crop, staggered planting, and a surplus of nitrogen. The availability of an alternative breeding site favors population growth during non-rice season. So this is the significance of the study. So this study findings will benefit farmers in Tungawan, Zamboanga, Sibugay, as well as the environment and other researchers. The solar-powered light trap is a project that uses an LED light and an exhaust fan to attract and trap the rice black bug. It will be extremely beneficial in terms of crop protection, and this device is properly designed and agricultural, particularly in the rice field, to reduce loss of crops affected by the rice pest, as well as reduction in the use of pesticide in crops. The suggested research would serve the academic community by making a significant contribution in the subject of agriculture, which is based on cutting-edge technology. So other researchers will be able to use it as a guide and aspire to advance agriculture modern technology. More high-quality devices are produced and developed project using a microcontroller. So scope and limitation of the study. This research is all about how we can help as an engineering student for the farmers in their problem about the pest of the farm and rice fields. To make a reliable plan and build a machine to collect and kill the insect in the fastest way, this research limits only to the farmers in Tungawan, Zamboanga, Sibugay, also to the students and other people involved in SEA building and NURSO main campuses. This is to give an attention to our farmers to help them and be one of the better change. Because, as we can see, farmers have a very big part of our food source, and if they have a bad harvest, it can also affect to our community and people. So these are the definition that these are the words that we tackled earlier. So black bugs. Black bugs is an insect that removes the plant's sap. They can produce leaf browning, dead heart, and bug burn. In extreme situation, black bugs will wilt the plant and prevent it from generating seeds. So next is light trap, a device for collecting or destroying insect that consists of a bright light association with the trapping or killing. Next is LED light. Is a semiconductor light source that emits light when current flows through. Solar panels, a panel designed to absorb the sun rays as the source of energy for generating electricity or heating. Next is stunting, common symptom of plant disease resulting in reduced size and loss of vigor.
Now let's tackle about the theoretical framework of the study. As we see, the main problem of this research is to control and kill the pests, which is the most common reason of the low harvest, and how we support and help the farmers as an engineering student to fight with the pests like the bugs in the farm. This study is supported by a theory of the integrated pest management or IPM. It is an ecosystem-based strategy that focuses on a long-term prevention of pests or their damage through a combination of techniques such as biological control, habitat manipulation, modification of cultural practices, and the use of resistant varieties. The conceptual framework of the study is the solar-powered light trap is used to eliminate pests in the rice field and also decreases the number of the black bugs in the rice field. This machine is made for the farmers to help them harvest good quality rice crop without using pesticides that cost a lot and destroy their soil in the long run. In addition, it is a solar-powered machine that uses the solar energy to minimize the electricity. Review of the related literature and studies is the intent of this chapter is to provide an overview and present the significant literature that is helpful in the conduct of this study. Additionally, this chapter also displays the related studies that pertain to the pest killing machine, such as like the automatic identification of flying insects. According to Kirkby in 2021, insecticides are used by farmers all over the world to avoid a crop damage caused by insect pests, and they also rely on the insect pollinators to boost crop output and other insects as a natural pest adversaries. Farmers must know exactly where and when the pest and beneficial insects are present in the field in order to focus insecticides only to pests. The next one is the solar power rice black bug light trap. According to Calderon in 2017, the bugs epidemic is a catastrophic infestation of bugs in rice fields across the region. Every year, farmers' rice crops are predicted to incur a loss of 37% as a result of a drought. These diseases and insect species are on the rise. The rice, for example, is an invasive species. Rice plants are infested by the black bugs or the RBB during all stages of development, from tilling to ripening, according to the government. The practice of RBB's natural uh, enemies would be destroyed if it was exposed to an inorganic insecticides. For this reason, as a result, farmers should avoid spraying inorganic insecticides. To keep bugs under control, instead of using pesticides, the government must fund other methods of preventing insect infections. The last thing is the ultraviolet safety assessments of insect light traps. According to Sinley in 2016, electric lamps emit near ultraviolet light, also known as a black light, were produced in 1935. And ultraviolet insect light traps were produced for use in agricultural at the same time. ILTs are now employed in a variety of businesses, including food service, as well as in outdoor locations, which the new interest of photobiological lamp safety is the safety guidelines for testing possibly dangerous ultraviolet emission that are being created. Next is the related studies. According to Khan in 2019, rice is the most common food consumed by people um, all over the world. If rice was not included in the meal, especially on the table of a Filipino family, their contentment would be incomplete. Rice is unquestionably a critical requirement for us, and the rice is grown on a large scale in our country's agricultural territory, particularly in Mindanao. It is the most um, typically grown on wet land. Yes, most farmers plant rice as one of their agricultural products because when they have a rice crop, they can meet their family's basic needs as the primary source of food on a daily basis. However, there are issues with rice production, particularly because of the rice plant is attacked by more than 100 species of insects, resulting in the loss of a good palay crop and so affecting economic growth with the rice sector. Pests like leaf hoppers and black bugs impact negatively on the successful rice harvest. It sucks up the minerals in palay that would otherwise limit its growth, and most farmers must devise the suitable strategy to contain the increased number of pests and in order to ensure a decent crop production. Uh, Next up is the methodology. This is a descriptive study is used as a research method in this study. Descriptive study is the appropriate method suited for the study wherein explores what people experience and focuses on their experience of a phenomena. Since the research is about the life of farmers dealing with pests and determine the efficacy of the pest killing machine, the data gathered must be well observed, described, and explained in order to understand the said phenomenon. In addition, the researchers must conduct interviews, participant observation, and focus group discussion to obtain and gather the valid data. And this data collection process must often done in a natural settings, It is a systematic study that deals the step-by-step procedure in making, testing, and awaiting the result of the research. Thank you.